Welcome back to another episode of the Smith Boys Podcast, brother. Clickety-clack there, brother.
Friday night.
It is Friday night, brother. I got the Alabama Titleist hat on because Smith Boys are going golfing tomorrow.
Yeah! Going golfing over at Captain's Club.
Yep, Captain's Club in Grand Blanc, brother.
Yep.
So look forward to that. We're going to hit them hard. We're going to hit them long.
Wrong. Gonna hit them straight.
We're going to try. So, brother, let's do some college podcasts. Michigan, Alabama. We'll split them up.
Shoom, yeah.
Very good, very good. So we're going to split them up in two different podcasts. Brother, I'll ask you some U of M CQs, critical questions about the team, about their future. Brother, we'll split it up to another one. You ask me some Alabama CQs. You son of a bitch.
All right. You accuser.
You fucking accuser.
I am an accuser. Drink from my mega pint, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's the Amber Heard Johnny Depp on Netflix is something to see, man. It's good stuff.
I'm in the first episode now. We can do a whole pod on that coming up.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm on episode 2.
So, brother, Michigan Wolverines.
Favorite topic.
What? No way.
It is brother's
Favorite freaking topic.
It is brother's favorite topic. Mine's probably Alabama too. So, or some wrestling.
Wrestling's good. We got a SmackDown on.
We do. We got AEW Rampage on tonight too. So, brother, my first question to you: Alabama I'm
retarded?
Michigan football.
Let's just get right to the meat.
Michigan football, brother.
Let's get to the good stuff.
My first CQ, critical question to you about Michigan Wolverines 2023 football season. Is this Jim Harbaugh's last shot to win a national championship? Now, I want you to know, I did not ask you if this will be his best shot. I asked you, is this his last shot?
I'm dead in here. It's like burnt wood.
Because I think we both agree this would probably be the best shot he's ever going to have. So is this his last shot, though? Will he ever be this close again?
I don't know, but you're saying like if this is his best shot, then you would also say it's probably his last shot. You know, I mean, there ain't no other shots.
Will he ever be this close again? In a preseason ranking, will he ever be this close again?
I'm not going to say...
To where he's one of the 3 to 4 favorites.
I'm not going to say he couldn't, but I'm going to say it's probably not likely. You know, the probability of that is not very high, I would say. I mean, it's all coming together. I was just reading an article today of like some observer, like take this with a grain of salt, said the Michigan spring or the Michigan fall practices have been just spectacular to watch. I mean, I hear so much.
So have Alabama's, and we don't have a quarterback.
I've heard so much stuff every single off season. You know, right around this time, this guy looks good. This guy looks good. I've heard like fall camp warriors that never pan out to do anything. You know,
I think a lot of that is bluster though, because Michigan beat writers love to pump up the team. Because they just love interest. They know if they tell everybody
they're ranked too. I mean, you don't
I know,
need
but if they go over the top and tell everybody how great the team looks in practice, all that does is get more eyeballs on the product and makes more money. And the Michigan writers have been doing that even when the team was terrible under Rich Rod. They'd be like, "Oh, the team looks so great in the offseason. We got September Heismans with Denard Robinson. The team looks so good."
Yeah.
And then they end up winning like 8 games, 7 games.
Oh, you know they're not going to do that this
year.
No,
I know, but what the writers say, especially guys like Wojo, all these Michigan.
You asked me a question.
These Michigan guys.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They it's all bluster.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean much to me. My question to you, though, I'm asking
is this
you,
is this his
last shot?
I'm going to say no. I do think that he's going to stick around. Like if there's a longevity part in that question, I don't think that's going to be part of the problem. I just think that the NFL is still going to come calling every year. I don't think that he's going to. I'll be surprised if he doesn't flirt with it and they go 13-0, you know, and maybe win the national title. It'd be hard for him to then leave to go to the NFL, you know, because I do think the stars have aligned. But he's got this really great quarterback coming in next year, 5-star kid Jaden Davis that, you know, could play. You know, they got guys. They got guys that can step in.
Orgy's their kick returner now.
What? No! No! No, no, no!
I don't know.
What the hell is with that? You got a 6'4", 240-pound quarterback as your kick returner?
I don't give a shit because that's the way I play.
I don't get that.
I trust Harbaugh.
You don't know shit.
I mean, I do. Like, I want to see him, but they got so many other guys that can do it. Like, Sandra still should be a kick returner. I mean, he's amazing with the ball in his hands. He's not fast, but he's quick.
Will Johnson.
I mean, Blake
Donovan
Corum,
Edwards.
Donovan Edwards. Yeah, I mean, like, I would have these guys.
Donovan Edwards would be my kick returner.
Yeah, I would just try to get the ball in that guy's
My
hands
next
as much as
CQ to you,
possible.
brother, since you don't think this will be Harbaugh's last chance. My next question to you, there's a lot of rumors out there, brother. Is Harbaugh even back next year? Is this his last year coaching
Yeah,
the University of Michigan?
No.
Because there's a lot of rumors.
I think
The
he's going to flirt.
the NCAA and the University of Michigan reached a deal to suspend Harbaugh for the first 4 games of the season due to some recruiting violations during the COVID season. During the COVID season, then it turns out the NCAA decided to decline the deal and said, no, now we're not going to take we're not going to take the 4-game suspension. We're going to postpone this till next year and do a little more investigation. Because Harbaugh, brother, throws the cheeseburger line out there, where Michigan fans seem to think that all this is about him buying a cheeseburger for a player.
It's about a hamburger.
Wrong.
Do you really think the NCAA is going
That
through
they
all
probably got at Ignite.
this? Brother, do you think that the NCAA is really going through all this trouble and dragging all this shit through the mud because he bought a cheeseburger for somebody?
No. What the NCAA is upset about is that they are accusing Jim Harbaugh. They're accusers. Those accusers of the effing brethren
You fucking accuser! Get the fuck out of here!
of lying
Well, the allegations are that he recruited
in the dead
He
period.
texted, recruited, brought people in, worked them out, had them at team facilities,
Yes.
all during a dead period, which is against the rules and regulations, especially during the COVID time. Specifically, I heard J.J. McCarthy's name mentioned as the main guy that was going through all that. And I mean, he's your starting quarterback, so that's kind of a big deal. So it had nothing to do with cheeseburger. It had everything to do with he was breaking the recruiting rules, and then when the NCAA came to him about it, he lied about all of it.
He lied about
and
it.
said that none of it happened. And
Yeah.
then it turns out it looks like it pretty much all did happen. I don't know.
What?
Apparently
No.
it is allegations. It hasn't been proven, but I don't know how you would come to those allegations and not have, without
You're
any
an
form
accuser.
of evidence.
You're an accuser.
I'm an accuser of the fucking Wolverines.
Yeah, you are. Jesus. No, I mean,
Where there's smoke, there's fire, brother. Especially when
Okay,
it comes to
okay.
shit like this.
well, the NCAA came out and made a statement when they shouldn't have. They opened mouth and inserted foot big time, where Michigan and Harbaugh have made no comment about this. And the NCAA comes out and makes a comment stating it's not about a cheeseburger, it's about this other shit, and basically confirming that Harbaugh's going to be hung in a kangaroo court.
Brett screwed Brett.
But my question, coming back to my question, I asked that, is Harbaugh going to be here next year? Because this whole investigation thing and the suspension thing is being put off till next season now, it looks like.
Yeah.
Say Michigan goes undefeated, they make it to the national title
Undefeated.
game.
They never lost.
I'm undefeated, never lost.
Goes undefeated, but they either go undefeated and win a national title, or say they go undefeated to the playoffs and they lose in the playoffs again and end up 12-1 or 13-0. At that point, does Harbaugh just say, "Screw it, I don't"? This is the pinnacle for us here. This is the best team I've had. We either did finally make it or we didn't make it, and I got all this investigation shit looming. I'm done. Does he just go back to the NFL?
No. I don't think the NFL really wants him, to be honest with you. I think the NFL has definitely changed its game. It's more RPO stuff to me. It's like more, the game has kind of become that, at least at the NFL level.
Not my Raiders, because that's the rumor, is that he would go to the Raiders. Because if the Raiders suck again this year, there's a rumor that they would fire Josh McDaniels and hire Jim Harbaugh,
I could see Harbaugh going to the Raiders.
which would be the bane of my existence.
Well, then you'd have to become a big Jim Harbaugh fan.
I'm slowly becoming a Michigan fan, but I still don't like Jim Harbaugh.
He stopped, took a picture with me. You know.
Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Jay Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Jay Harbaugh.
Well,
So you think he'll be back next
he's
year?
He's
regardless?
coming back. Yeah. So that's where
Okay.
I'm at with it.
Okay.
Not worried about it.
Okay. So going into next year, my last CQ here for you. What is your expectations? I know you have lofty expectations this year. Not even lofty. Brother is very set in stone that Michigan's winning a national title this year.
I wouldn't say they should be playing for it.
So
no.
Come
Let
next
me
year.
correct. Let me correct this, Frig. They should be playing for it. I don't know about win it yet. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's
So
see.
come
But they
next
should
year.
be playing for it.
What do you got next year? What's
In
your
the game.
expectations for next year? Is my CQ? It's my
The following year?
Yeah, for the following year, because JJ McCarthy's gone. You would think. Donovan Edwards is probably gone.
Speak the king's English. They don't belong to
Blake Corum's probably is gone.
Oh.
Cornelius Johnson's probably gone.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Roman Wilson's
Your
gone.
offensive
Seymour
line.
Still's gone.
If you don't like it, I'm sorry.
You're losing a lot of guys on your D line. You're losing your entire offensive line. Junior Colson's probably gone. What do you got, brother?
But frankly, I'm a little concerned.
What you're starting over, not just starting over a little bit with a rebuild next year. You're starting over from scratch almost.
Well,
You got a couple
here's my
guys,
thing.
Colston Loveland, Will Johnson. You'll have a couple guys.
Here's my thing. They've recruited a little bit better this past cycle, and they've got like a top 5 class coming in this upcoming cycle here. So they've restocked, I think. Well, I think they're recruiting better, and specifically for players. They just lost like 2 brothers they flipped to Kentucky.
Is he out of his fucking mind?
Which I was like, I don't know why you do that, but
Playing time, I guess, probably.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, a lot of that stuff is pretty businessy too, I think, where it's just like, look,
Better
yeah, I
than
ain't got,
I am.
like I ain't got no room for you here, really. You know, like in the next couple of years, so you probably are better off like transferring. Maybe. I'm sure those discussions are had. But, you know, they lose AJ, they lose Corum, they lose Edwards. The offensive line, you know, they lose a lot of pieces that have been there for a long time, like Carson Barnhart, Zach Zinter, dude. They've played since like they were sophomores, you know, they're seniors, like, you know, COVID seniors. You know, they stuck it around. Trevor Keegan and stuff. I mean, those guys stayed.
So what are you doing next year?
But I think the offensive line reloads. In all honesty, given everything that they're going to lose, and I think they could have the highest amount of NFL draft picks of all time coming out this year.
School's out, boys.
I would be all right if they lost 3 games. You know, maybe 4 if it's a heartbreaker.
That's your expectations?
Yeah.
Just 3 losses?
Yeah, 3 to 4 losses because they lose a lot. Like, I'm going to be realistic, you know. But I do think they went to the well nice.
They probably win some games that they maybe shouldn't win.
Part
They
of it
probably
is
lose some
part
games that they
of it
shouldn't.
is you know, who's at quarterback.
What's MSU doing that year? What's Penn State looking like with Drew
Doesn't
LR?
matter
What's
what
Kyle
little
McCord
brothers
looking
do. It
like?
doesn't matter what little brother's
Well,
doing.
I'm just saying, you know, maybe this Noah Kim ends up being pretty damn good.
Well, we got Ohio State on the road. Penn State will be here, and Michigan State will be here.
So 3 to 4 losses you got next year.
Yeah,
I'm going to spring one on you for an encore, brother. One more CQ for you. Okay.
They lose a lot. They lose a lot.
I've read and heard this comment a lot, and I want to get your opinions on it. A lot of people have been saying, and I see it somewhat ring to be true. Is Michigan built to beat Ohio State, but not win a national title because they can't beat the SEC team? Is there truth in that to you? Are they built specifically to beat OSU, but lose in the playoff?
The first round, obviously, Georgia beat us up pretty good. But that was like an all-star fucking Georgia team. I mean, that was with Carter, Jordan Davis, and N'Kobe Dean, and, you know, who was a couple corners. I mean, they had, and then they're, you know, Stetson Bennett, you know, they had good running back. I mean, Georgia was stacked that year. Georgia was better that year than this year, you know. I'm really glad that they are built to beat Ohio State, and they're built to beat Ohio State for the foreseeable future, in my opinion. I think it's going to kind of come down to cycles. Like that year, Georgia was probably just going to be the better team, right? Now Michigan, I think, is better than Georgia this year. I really do. I think Michigan's got a damn good shot. We're loaded, dude. We're loaded everywhere. I mean, you can't point to one damn position. You could say the receiver, but there's talent there. Somebody will evolve. Every position, we are loaded, baby. I mean, you go on the defensive side, the line, the linebackers, the secondary. I mean, they're loaded.
I'd say your biggest, I don't know, maybe not your biggest, but one of your weak spots, honestly, and brother's going to hate this, because I still just don't know what he is. Could be your quarterback.
Dude, I'm not worried at all. I think JJ's going to take a step.
Oh my God. Do you hear that, Lord?
Yeah, but you
I think
said
he's
that
going
last
to take.
year.
I think he's really going to explode this year onto the scene. I think Harbaugh's going to let him do a little bit more.
He needs to, because I think Harbaugh's been the one kind of holding him back.
I think he's going to let him do a little bit more.
The best he looked was like in the second half against TCU last year.
I think you're going to see more of that.
I hope so.
I
It would make it
really
more
think
fun to
you are.
watch. All right, brother. I think that's good wrap up for the Michigan podcast. Until the next one, Smith Boys, out.
See ya.
Thank you for watching.
What a bunch of freaks.